Welcome to the Coach and Crew Show. I am your host, Charlie Krause, and this is the Raw recap for Monday, January 17, 2022. And before we get into it, before we get started, if you could, please like and subscribe to our podcast and YouTube pages, and check out our website, coachandcrewshow.com. You can subscribe simply by hitting our icon in the bottom right corner of your screen or on your phone, and that will help subscribe for us. We appreciate you subscribing. All right, Monday Night Raw. We're 2 weeks away from Royal Rumble. And what do we have for us? Well, it's supposed to be a Raw to help push the storyline forward. Instead, it felt like a Raw that was just filling in time, which is really disappointing. We started off with a tag match between the storyline of the women's division, basically. Becky Lynch, the champion, who she is now teaming up with Doudrop, who is going to be her Royal Rumble opponent against the obvious pair of Liv Tyler and Bianca Belair. All right, they got the finish 100% right on this. It's an obvious storyline to have going into the Rumble with these four, and everything about it, I think, was done right. Maybe you could have made the match go out a little bit longer, but it was a good opening, a strong opening, actually. I actually like how the show started with this, so we'll give this one a positive. I do like how Becky was about to get the pin on Liv. You already know Liv's going to take the pin. We all know that in advance, so let's like each other. I do like how Doudrop did break up the pin, had to force herself to tag in because she also took out Becky, got the pin, and then turned her back, quote unquote, on her tag team partner, which was a glorified spot. So that's trying to put heat on that rivalry for, okay, we all pretty much assume that Becky's going to win that match at the Rumble, but we got to get there first. So this helps build storyline. It also helps build storyline for Bianca Belair and hopefully Liv Morgan to have good pushes at the Rumble match itself. So we started off on a positive. Then we cut to my least of the favorite belts. The 24/7 champion, Dana Brooke and Reggie are walking. And they run to Edge and Beth Phoenix and ask them about some advice of how to avoid Omos. And just nothing about that title and storyline does anything for me. It's just a waste of space. Damien Priest appears, shakes hands with Edge, lovey-dovey. KO, Seth Freakin Rollins all come up. And on the KO show, his best buddy and Captain Annoyance, Seth Freakin Rollins, is there. And I think they hit the spot. I think they did what they were supposed to be and just be whiny and annoying. And Kevin Owens is back to playing the I don't lie to you card, which we all know his. KO and Damien Priest ultimately have a match. Damien Priest, I wish he would speed up his game a little bit. It just feels slow. I said a couple weeks ago when he was in a six-man tag match as well, where I felt like he was one of the slower competitors. Even with Kevin Owens in the ring, it just felt slower. So Kevin Owens having to be tricky and act like his knees hurt and then put him in a stunner, it just felt slow. I think Priest could be next level superstar if he would just speed up his game. That's my only critique I have about Priest. You kind of figured Kevin Owens would get the win on this, and he did, sort of cheaply. But you got to build him some momentum going into the Rumble match if he's going to be one of the people rumbling. Then the storyline that just needs to go away. Nikki ASH cuts a promo and just can't wait for that thing to come to a resolution. I did like the Alpha Academy graduation because normally it's a celebration when someone wins a championship. And this was a different spin on just that celebration party. We've had a Punjamba party, okay? We've had many crowning ceremonies, but we have never had a true graduation. So that was a good different spin on it. Riddle coming out and trying to give a little speech. Once again, shout out to my co-partner, Tantor. He is the Mick Foley and the Rock and Sock connection of this tag team. Orton coming out, RK Broing it. It's a gimmick of a situation they're going to have next week, but they're clearly setting up for the return match at Rumble. So I'm all in for this storyline overall. Finn Balor, I don't know what he did to get on Vince McMahon's bad side, but apparently he's done something to get on Vince McMahon's bad side because he can't even cut a promo now. He's just into the ring, and he just lost to Austin Theory. Austin Theory. All right, you got Finn Balor missing time on Raw and losing to up-and-comers. You got AJ Styles now no showing and also losing to up-and-comers. Maybe you should put those two together and have a segment, because that would be an A-plus storyline and an A-plus type of match. And that would be something you could sell around. Instead, these two are nowhere near each other and just going through the motions, I guess, just trying to help put over younger talent, I guess, is their plan right now and what's in their cards. Not too fond of that. Honestly, a lot of tonight could have been cut. A lot of it was just yap, yap, yap. And some people really like that Edge and Miz storyline. And originally I did, and those two could have been great. But it just seems like neither one of them are going full out, and they're just going through the motions and collecting the paycheck type of thing. I feel like I'm huffing and puffing a lot on this recording here because I'm a little disappointed on just how it's playing out, and I know it's a slow buildup, but at the same extent it's an anticlimactic and uneventful buildup as well. All right, the brick to the back, the ladies are going to have to get involved somehow, so good job there. But overall, got to push the story forward somehow, some way. Talk about pushing stories forward. Apparently, Damien Priest is totally taken out of the Dirty Dogs storyline. And we welcomed back in the Mysterio family, who we haven't seen at all this entire calendar year, in a makeshift 8-person tag squad. Sidebar, Montez Ford has some serious height, and that's got to hurt when he lands on you. Well, Apollo Crews drew the short stick for that match, and the match really offered nothing. As much as a Dolph Ziggler fan as the Coach and Crew show is.
What?
Yes, we are Dolph Ziggler fans.
What?
But the match really didn't do much, unfortunately. And I was hoping Dolph would get a push one-on-one with Priest, but nah, it's not going that direction. It's obvious. So we'll see what happens with them, but that was a filler spot as well. Alexa Bliss's return. There's a lot of bad jokes you can make right now about just that storyline and trying to get psychiatrically cleared about that her psychiatrist himself. Is this just dragging her out to the Rumble? Is it dragging her out till the Chamber? Is it dragging her out to Mania? I don't know. We'll find out, but she needs to be back on Raw, period. Plain and simple. That'll strengthen the women's division. On to the main event, finally. And like I said, not much is really done to push the matches, the storylines forward, minus the opener, in my opinion. But here we had the two number one contenders, Seth Freakin Rollins and Bobby Lashley, and they could headline any night of the week they wanted to. And so Monday night, this is their turn to headline. Big E was nowhere to be found on this week's Raw. I don't know if he got the KO'd like KO was out last week. Maybe they're each getting timed off on rotation. I don't know, but that's disappointment when you got one of your potential winners of the Rumble having a week off leading up to the Rumble. So you knew this match was not going to end clean. You were hoping it would end clean with a winner, probably more than likely Bobby Lashley, or a dirty finish, like a cheap shot by Seth Rollins and he steals one. Either way, I would have been more than okay with it. But the Hurt Business back again just to get re-beat up by Bobby Lashley, waste of a finish. It did, however, save itself with the Usos coming back and providing some super kick to Seth Freakin Rollins. I did not see that one coming. All right, that continues that storyline, even if it's a cross-brand storyline. So that was good. Overall, Raw is still a very good product. Just here we are, however many days, 13 days, 12 days till Rumble, and it just only has a couple of main storylines that it's really gotten dug deep in, and the rest was just filling time, unfortunately. And when you're going up against the NFL playoffs, I expected more from Raw to combat the NFL playoff game. With that said, it is what it is. Hey, Rumble is still setting up to be a great storyline, great pay-per-view. Cannot wait for Rumble itself. We will check it out. Make sure you comment on our video. If you agree with my storylines, disagree with my storylines, what have you, like, subscribe, because we're going to be recapping all Mondays Raws, all Fridays SmackDowns, and then every pay-per-view we have it. So check out our website, coachandcrewshow.com. Like and subscribe to our videos so you're always staying up to speed, and share your thoughts with what we have to say. Until next time, we'll see you.